Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. I have another Christmas video for you. I am so looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So I'm going to quit chit-chatting and let's just get to crafting.
Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take this sign I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am going to take this paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm actually going to use two of them, and I'm going to lay them right where I want it, and I'm going to crease the top so I know where to cut. And then after I have that all creased, I'm going to take the second sheet. I'm going to line it up. Now I know the images don't match where they line up, but that's okay. You're really not going to tell with what I'm going to do. But I'm just going to make sure that there's no gaps. And then once I have it straight, I'm going to crease the top and the side of it. And then I'm going to take my paper cutter and I'm going to go ahead and cut along those creases. And then once I had those both cut out, I'm going to take my Mod Podge. I'm going to go all around my sign and I'm just going to brush it all in. Just brush it all over my sign, and then I'm going to set it and let it dry. And it only takes a few minutes to dry. Then I'm going to lay my paper down over it. I'm going to cover it with parchment paper to protect that paper. And then I'm going to go over it with my heat press, which reactivates the Mod Podge so that paper sticks. Now, this is my favorite way of decoupaging. There's all kinds of different ways. I like doing this because you tend to get the least amount of wrinkles, but you could do decoupaging any way that works for you. So I'm going to do the same thing with that second piece of paper. And then once they're both on there, I'm going to go over it again with some more Mod Podge. Now, this was bubbling up. The paper was bubbling up. When you do this, you don't want to use very much Mod Podge because it will bubble up. And I really wasn't, but it was bubbling up. So once I got done putting my Mod Podge on, I used my heat press or my heat gun and my fingers to smooth out those bubbles. And that heat from that heat gun reactivates that Mod Podge and it sticks again. So that's what I did. Then I'm going to take, this is Mossy Meadow and by Folker, and this is, what is this? Clover. And then I'm going to take my antique green and I'm going to paint those 3 trees. I got those from Amazon with those colors, but you could always use the ones from Dollar Tree. And then I created the stencil with my Cricut and I'm going to go over it with my black chalk paint. Now, if you don't have a cutting machine, you could definitely recreate this if you wanted to. You could use stickers, you could use a stencil, you could use wood letters, or if you have good handwriting, you could even just paint it in or handwrite it in. But I went ahead and created this stencil with my Cricut. And I looked on Cricut Design Space and they had a few that I liked, but it wasn't simple enough and I just kind of wanted something simple. So I'm going to pull off, after it was all dry, I pulled off that vinyl and then just took my little tool here to pick out all the little pieces. And then I'm going to use my Type Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue here. And I'm going to put it all along the back side of that green, the antique green tree. And then I'm just going to add a few little dots of hot glue. And again, the Type Bond glue is permanent hold and the hot glue is for immediate hold. And I'm just going to glue that right on top of my sign. I'm going to do the same thing with the next darker green. Less darker green, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to add that to the side. I'm making sure the edge of the tree is right on the edge of the corner of that sign. And then I added my glue here to just one side of this tree because the other side doesn't touch the smaller tree because the darker tree, because the tree on the right is up on it a little bit. So I glued that in place and then I'm just going to go over it with my Snow Tex. I'm going to just go over all of the top parts of the trees and the top part of each layer, row. I don't know what you would call it. Branch. I don't know. Anyways, there it is. I think it came out really cute. It's so simple, but yet I think it's really pretty. You'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below.
Where is time going, you guys? You know, we are close to the middle of the month already. And I'm just like, where is this time going? November is almost done. We're almost done with Christmas crafts, which breaks my heart, and I know a lot of you too, because we just, us crafters, we love crafting Christmas stuff. But I have so many ideas in my mind, and I don't know if I'm going to get to them all. And this happens every year. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then next thing I know, Christmas is over and I didn't get to do those things. So I'm going to try. Maybe I need to write it down. I don't know, but I'm going to try and get some of my things done. In fact, I even realized I haven't been doing any of my Chalk Couture stuff. I have new Chalk Couture Christmas stuff. I haven't even pulled it out. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's just been a whirlwind ever since October 1st. So, yeah, anyways, but I know there's some of you that say, bring it on all year long. I wish I could, but I know that people, not very many people would watch the videos. So that's why I don't. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying this video, and I really hope you're having a great November. I know a lot of you are saying that you've got your house decorated, excuse me, or you're in the middle of decorating your house. That's exciting. I love this time of year. I love all the lights and all the Christmas stuff. I miss Christmas and I love it all. But anyways, I always like to stop in here again and just thank all my subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I couldn't do this without you. So I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new here, my name is Brenda, by the way, and this is my sweet, sweet Oliver. And we are so glad you stopped by. And if you enjoy home decor on a budget and you love crafting, I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button before you go. Become part of our YouTube family, and let me know in the comment box that you're new here. I'd love to get to know you. But before we go, make sure you guys give me that thumbs up, comment, share this video with those that you think might like it, and hype if you can find the hype button. So with all of that being said, let's continue on with the crafting.
Okay, and now we are on to DIY number 2. So I'm going to take one of these signs I got from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off at fall, and I'm going to remove the hanger. And I love this because I felt like it looked like a paneled wall. And so I have these little frames. I'm going to paint them with Waverly chalk paint in the color moss. These came from Dollar Tree, and I knew I wanted to use them over these adorable little rice paper pictures that Kathy Jo sent me last year. She got them from decoupagenapkin.com. And I'm just kind of playing around with that there to see where I wanted to put them. But when I did this and I saw it, I'm like, it looks like it's hanging on a wall that has paneling. I just loved it. So, so it kind of gave me the whole idea for this. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do other than use those frames, but I'm going to use Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm just going to brush this along the back side of my rice paper. You could do decoupage if you wanted to use Mod Podge. I just kind of wanted to go a little more simple route this time. And I'm just going to put that right onto my sign, and then I'm going to take my Type Bond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue, and I'm going to glue those frames right over my pictures. And look how cute these are. Oh my goodness. I just love this one. And after I have both of those glued on, then I felt like those corners needed something more. So I took some of my little candle wreath rings. I cut off some of the tips, and I'm just going to kind of make like it almost looks like a snowflake pattern, I thought. But I'm just going to glue those in place with my hot glue. And I'm going to add some of these berries. I'm going to cut off the stems. I got these from Amazon. I'm going to just use my hot glue to glue 3 of them in the middle of my greenery here. And then I'm going to add some pine cones, 3 pine cones as well. And as you can see, I did the top one already. I'm just going to continue doing the bottom one. And then after I have those all on there, I didn't like that you could see the hanger hole on that one side at the top. And so since I wasn't painting it, I didn't feel like I could fill it. So I thought, I'm going to do this. So I took this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to make a regular shoestring bow here. And then I am going to, once I get it looking the way I like it, I'm going to glue it right on top of my frame. and then it just covers that hole. And oh my goodness, I was just like, I am really, really loving all of this. But I'm just going to dovetail the ends, and you just fold the ends in half and then cut at an angle. And then I'm going to make a second one for the bottom picture, and just going to glue that on top and do the same thing with that. And then I'm going to take 2 of my larger tumbling tower blocks. I got these from Five Below. You can find them in the toy section for $3 at Walmart now, or Dollar Tree. Sorry. But if you don't have them, you can always use the small ones, and you probably need like 4 of them. But or maybe 3. I'm going to just go over those with my antique wax. Now, when I push those together, when I add the glue, I push really tightly to really squeeze all the glue out and squeeze the hot glue so it's not so lumpy. Sometimes when the hot glue dries, it makes gaps, and if you push really hard, that will squeeze it out, and then you won't have nearly as big a gaps. So after I had it covered with my antique wax, I'm just going to add my Type Bond and hot glue and glue it to the back for a stand. And then I'm just going to add some Snow Tex all around my greenery pieces. And that's all I did for this. And I just think this is so adorable. I absolutely love this. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kathy Jo, for those adorable pictures. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And Tracy made this beautiful sign. I love it. It's so pretty. Thank you so much, Tracy, for sending me that picture. And then we have, let's see, who's next? Liz. Look at her adorable gingerbread sign. Oh my goodness. And you guys know I love gingerbread, and oh my goodness, I love that sign. It is wonderful. Thank you, Liz. And then we have Connie, who made these. These are, I think she said Hobbit doors, like in reference to Hobbit doors from Lord of the Rings. They are so cute. Thank you for sharing that with us, Connie. And thank you, ladies. And if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can send me pictures to my email address. That's rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, and we have DIY number 3 next. Okay, so this one, I have this sign I bought from Couture, and it is called Outside the Box Frame, and it's a 9x12. And I'm showing you it's 2-sided here. I'm going to use my surface wax. Now on the back of this, it had instructions and it said to use surface wax, and it's not an item that you can wash off. Normally you can wash Couture off. This one, you can't wash it off of this, whatever material. But I went ahead and used my wax. Now I don't normally use this. They say to use it on porous materials. But I just find I have more problems with my images when I use the wax than when I don't. So I don't normally use it. But anyways, as you can see, that middle piece is removable, which makes it so much easier. And once that wax is dry, I let it sit for about 20 minutes. I'm going to use this as Winter Lantern. It's brand new from Couture. And since I haven't used it before, I'm going to fuzz it. Now, if you're not familiar with Couture, they're self-adhesive stencils. We call them transfers, and the first time you use them, you want to fuzz them. You can use their fuzzing cloth. You could also use a microfiber cloth, but you want to fuzz them so that way when you pull it up, you don't pull up any paint that you might have on the surface or pull up the paste. So once I had it laid where I want it, I'm going to go through all my colors here. Now on designs like these where you're going to add a lot of colors, you do want to do the I can't remember what they call it, not pull and peel, but pull and lay. I don't know, but you're going to pull it up, and I did it a little soon there, but when you get a nice section, you want to pull it up and lay it back down. That way it does that paste doesn't dry on the silk screen, because if it dries when you pull it up, your image is going to look like crap. Ask me how I know. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that every once in a while. I'm going to pull it up before it all dries, lay it back down, make sure it's all smooth, and then go over it again. Now, I am a Couture designer. If you have not heard of Couture, I have a link to my Couture page in the description box. But these are really, I love Couture images. They're so pretty, and they're pretty easy, and it always looks so nice afterwards. I usually recommend, we have a couple of subscriptions. One is called Club Couture, And I'm sorry, I think it's $21.99 a month or $22. They've raised the prices, so I can't tell you for sure what the price is. But you get an exclusive 8x11, some chalk paste, and a surface with it now. And that's a monthly fee. And you have to sign, if you sign up for it, you have to stay signed up for 3 months before you can cancel it. But I always think that's a good way to try it out. Then we also have another subscription, which gives you 40% off, no, 30% off. Any of your purchases, plus you get a $20 product credit that you can use towards purchasing things. So you can find the information in my on my page, my Chalk Couture page, for that. Or you can always email me if you have questions. I'd be happy to answer. So as you saw, I took some more of that gold and went over the open areas with it, and then I just, once it was all done, put it back in my frame. And then I took this from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it with Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. You guys, is it just me, or does Dollar Tree seem to have fewer and fewer crafting items for Christmas and for fall? I was surprised every time I go in for fall. It just seemed like they never got more. Like they don't have those wood words. And I have not seen these in the Christmas section either. And every time I go into a Dollar Tree and I look at their crafting section, it's like bare. There's hardly anything there. So let me know if you're experiencing the same thing, because I find it very strange. Once I had that all painted, I decided I did not really like the color of this frame. So I took my Waverly Antique Wax. I'm going to brush it on, and I'm going to use my paper towels to wipe off the excess. And I'm going to do that all around. And I think it really warmed it up and just made it look so much better. Then I'm going to take my Titebond glue here. I'm going to glue this to the very top of my sign. It just says Merry Christmas. And then after that, I'm just going to fill up the bottom with some greenery. And I've just kind of found some greenery that kind of matched what was on that picture. And I'm just going to use my hot glue to glue it in place. And now I cannot remove that sign because I did this. But I'm going to add some bows. I took this velvet bow from Hobby Lobby. I cut two 12-inch pieces. And then this is, I think, going to be, it's either 8 or 10. But I'm going to glue the 12-inch pieces end to end together like that to form a circle. And then after I do this one, I'm going to create a bow. Now normally I'll scrunch them up and lay one, and then above it lay the next one. But this time I'm going to scrunch them and lay one on top of the other at a crisscross. And then I'm going to take my zip tie here. I'm going to put it around those two. And this is the tail. So I'm going to fold it in half and thread it through the back part of my bow. And I'm going to hold those tails downward. And then I'm going to close that zip tie all the way. And then once I cut that zip tie off, which should be any second here, I'm playing around making sure those tails are down. You don't want to zip tie them standing straight out, or you're gonna have to cut that zip tie and do it again. I took some more of that velvet. I'm just gonna wrap it around so you don't see that zip tie. And then I'm gonna dovetail the ends, but I don't think I show that to you. I'm gonna glue it right in the middle. And then I'm going to add some pine cones to the greenery to match the sign. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of my snow text all over my greenery pieces. And then I decide to go ahead and just add just a little bit around my sign, just to kind of give it a little snowy effect. So it looks like it's out in the snow. And there it is. I just love how this came out. I think it is just beautiful. And yes, I finally used my Chalk Couture Christmas stuff this year. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it took me this long to use them. Okay, DIY and number 4. I have this glass lantern that I found at Dollar Tree a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to remove that hanger from it, and I'm going to spray it down with alcohol and then just wipe it all down, because we're going to paint this and you want to get any kind of oils and stuff off of it. Then I'm going to take a sponge and my Waverly chalk paint and the color ink, which is black, and I'm just going to sponge it all around my jar here. And I do have to, I didn't do a full 2 coats, but I did a second coat in some areas that didn't go all the way through. Once it was dry, I took my gold gilding wax and I'm just going to go over the raised areas. I tell you what, you guys, this has made a $1.25 or $50 Dollar Tree glass just look so much more high-end and beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. And I'm not a real gold person, In fact, I should have probably just did silver, but but I just think it just turned out beautiful. And then I have one of these. These also came from Dollar Tree. It's been in my stash for a while. I'm going to go over it with my black chalk paint as well. And then once that was dry, I went over the details. I'm just with my gilding wax, my gold gilding wax, just using my finger to go around it. And then I'm going to go like around the curved part or the indented part, up above that and below it, and then around the edge on the bottom and the top. And yeah, just kind of to make it match the jar a little bit better. Then I'm going to use my Fix All glue. You can also use E6000. Super glue might work as well. I'm going to put it on most of my candle holder here, and then in the areas that I didn't lay it, I'm going to add some hot glue, and then I'm going to put my jar right on top of it. And then I took some of that red ribbon, and I'm going to glue it around the top part of my jar instead of adding that hanger back onto it. And then I'm going to just make another little shoestring bow kind of a thing, just your regular bow. I'm going to glue it right over that seam where I glued it together. Then I just took a whole bunch of, I took some floral foam, glued it inside, and then I took a whole bunch of different greenery picks that I had, and I'm just going to fill up my jar with that. Took some of these poinsettias and added the poinsettias to it. And you guys, my camera is pretty high, but when things start getting higher, yeah, I need to figure out what else to do with that. There it is. Oh my goodness. Who would know that that came from Dollar Tree, right? I just love how this came out. I think it's so pretty. You have to let me know what you think about this as well. And the final reveal is coming right up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me that thumbs up, comment, hype, all that fun stuff, and I'll be back again on Sunday with another video. Stay tuned after this video. I have another taste test from Try Treats, and it's a funny one. Oh my goodness, is it funny? But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Well, guess what? I got another box from Try Treats. Oh my goodness, these are so much fun. If you have not seen these yet, they are boxes full of goodies from different countries, and you can subscribe for a monthly subscription, and then every month they send you out a new box with new goodies from different places. And I don't know, this is probably fifth box that I've received from them, and it is so much fun. My grandkids really love them. They get excited when they see them come to the door. But anyway, so we just got a new box here, and it is from Taiwan, and they send you this little postcard that gives you information about Taiwan. And then there's another fax card, did you know? And then it comes with like a recipe on the back. And then it gives you a card that talks about what all the treats are that's listed. It tells you about it. And then it gives you a place to where you can rate your favorite, best, worst, whatever. And yeah, so here we go. And the only thing about this that I don't like is having to eat on camera. It's a little kind of embarrassing. Anyways, we're going to start off with this big one. This looks like Lay's potato chips, and it's in Mexican chicken tomato flavor. So yeah, we'll see. Mexican Lay's coming from Taiwan. Lay's, American brand with Mexican flavor from Taiwan. That's kind of funny. Okay, let's taste these. Let's see. Have you ever seen these in the U.S.? If you like tomatoes, it kind of tastes like tomato soup. And I love tomato soup. I love tomatoes. Those are good. Those aren't going to last. Oh boy, what are these? Let me look at my little cheat sheet here. Sachima. A flour cake snack, popular, I can't even talk. Popularly, popularly, I can't talk. Enjoyed in East Asia, chewy in texture and sweet in taste. It's just a great Asian snack, so we'll taste it. Looks like it's got sesame seeds in it and some kind of puff, like cereal. It almost looks like a Rice Krispie treat, kind of. See? Okay, let's give this a try. Well, I don't think it's very sweet. It's not bad. It's very different. It's got a very, very subtle taste. But I don't know what I can compare it to, because it's very subtle and it's not sweet. I don't know why they say it's sweet. It doesn't taste sweet. It's not American sweet, that's for sure. Okay, I don't think my grandkids are going to like that one. But let's see. We have wafers, mango flavor. I love mangoes. Let's see. Oh boy. Let's see if I can get this open. Okay. Ugh. Wafer cookies are usually really pretty good. They're a safe bet usually. I'm making a mess. I don't have Oliver in here, so he's not here trying to lick up my crumbs. And I'm making a lot of crumbs. They're okay. Definitely not very sweet. The mango flavor is more of a perfumey flavor. It doesn't taste a lot like mango. That one is just okay. Now, oh my goodness, you guys, they have all these different hard candies. They have, are these all hard? A strawberry, it looks like. And looks like pineapple. And then we have, what is this? Apple. Oops, I dropped it. Coconut candy. That might be kind of interesting. A lemon. And then they have these popping candies. I won't eat those. They freak me out. I'll let my grandkids try them. But there's a lot of hard candy. And it's hard to taste test hard candy in front of you because I'd have to sit there and suck on it forever. Cola. I'll taste it. The kids won't. If they want my saliva, they can taste it too, but I don't know if they will. Let's see. A cola sucker. Well, it tastes I can kind of taste the cola flavor, but it's different. It's different. It's not really what I would consider a cola flavor. I don't know. Man, there's a lot of, they must really like hard candies. They're all about the same flavors. I don't see anything different. I will try one at the end. What is it? Maybe mango? I can't tell what this one is. Maybe papaya, I don't know. Okay, oh boy. Oh boy, this might, oh no. Oh no. Where's that cheat sheet? Fish snacks. I don't like fish. I can't stand fish. Oh no. Surimi bean. That's this one. A spicy dried bean kern snack. Okay, that's not fish, but this one, oh, it's made from a konjac plant, also known as konjaku. I don't know. It's high fiber. It is a nutritious and low calorie snack. Okay. Only one fish. Dried fish sticks. Dried fish sticks. Oh boy. Maybe I should let my grandkids try this and not tell them what it is. Tell them it's some kind of candy. But I don't think they're going to believe me. Let me get my scissors. Oh man. Okay, I'm just going to take one teeny little bite because maybe my husband might like these. He loves salmon. And he'll make salmon for him and my mom every once in a while. And I always get on him. You're stinking up my house. It smells like fish. Yeah, I'm not a fish fan. I can eat cod sometimes, especially if it's fresh. But a mild, I don't mind tuna fish, like tuna fish sandwiches. I can eat that. But yeah, I'm not a big fish fan. And it stinks. Okay. Oh. That's what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's spicy. That's really spicy. Oh, that's too spicy. Oh, it's burning. Luckily, my granddaughter has a puppy pee pad that she uses when she's painting, and it's sitting right here so I can wipe that nasty fish off my fingers. That's really spicy. I don't think my husband would like that. Okay. You know what? Let me take a drink of water. I think I've showed this once before, but my Oliver sticker. Okay. For the most part, they, I think there was only one other box that I opened, and they had some chips that tasted like fish, shrimp or something. And yeah, I wasn't real fond of that one either. But for the most part, man, they their stuff has always been pretty good. Okay, this is this the curd stuff? Yeah. The bean stuff. That's what it looks like. It feels like tofu. No, I'm sorry, guys. No. I'm sorry, Try Treats. I better keep this on my lap. They're just not my favorite snacks. Now, this one also says it's hot and spicy. This is the one that's kind of like a potato. I gotta dig for my scissors here. They fell. It's kind of like a potato, it said. I was all excited about this too. Oh boy. Look at. Oh no. Okay. Oh, nasty. Oh. It's slimy and rubbery and spicy. Yeah. And here I am. I'm half Mexican, believe it or not. I know. My dad's Swedish, my mom's Mexican. You'd think I'd like hot stuff. I don't mind spicy stuff, but as I've gotten older, it doesn't like me. I love jalapenos on stuff, but I can't eat it. It just kills my stomach. But yeah, that wasn't. Oh my goodness, this is an interesting box. Okay, this is Lychee Jelly by Honeybee. That's what it looks like. And I don't think I've ever had, I don't know. Or is it lychee? I don't know how you say that. Oh, I'm really scared. Okay. Oh. It's like Jell-O. That's not too bad. It's not bad. It's much better than than that stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Should I try pineapple? I'm going to try the coconut. Let's just see what this coconut candy tastes like. I'm going to see that fish piece on my floor. Oh, I got to pick it up. Oliver would really, I don't know if he'd eat it because of the spice, but he wouldn't feel good afterwards if he did. And Yorkies usually tend to have sensitive tummies, and he definitely has a sensitive tummy, so we always have to watch what he eats. Okay, so it looks like a caramel, but it's definitely hard. You can't bite it. It tastes like coconut. Not bad. It's breaking up already, but it's good. If you like coconut, it tastes like coconut, but it's sticking to my teeth. Anyways, okay, that was my try treat box. I think for me, the best was the chips. The chips, I'd say the chips, and then the wafer cookies, and then this thing, and then at least the hard candy. So interesting box. But if you want to try them out, or if you want to give it a gift, this is a good time of year for gift giving. Might be a good present to give. I'll have a link to them in my description box below. I'll also put a link up somewhere around me. Not a link, but the code. If you want, you get 15% off your first subscription order with Rustic and Lace DIY, all in caps. But I'll have that in the description box as well. So make sure you check them out. It's a lot of fun. Kids love it. As long as they don't get fishy stuff. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Make sure you go and check them out.